City's North Shore. This is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight's main event features two AFC North teams. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off from Acrisure. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
First play, Rodgers letting it rip. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. They gain 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by the only safety picked in the first round this year, and that's Malachi Starks.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. In motion right is Metcalf. Trying an inside give to Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
They toss to Warren, running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Into traffic, complete! And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. This gets the 1st and more. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Pick up at 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. No turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Boswell able to knock it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I gotta guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Boswell on to send this away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Kate, he just continued showing he can run anywhere and anytime he wants, including to nearly a 3rd MVP award. I love the 4,000-yard passing season, and sure, 45 total touchdowns now. Now it's just getting back to that elusive Super Bowl for the Ravens.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Play action, here's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Third down, they need 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. For a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Motion man sent left. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Got his man, Hopkins has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar's going to keep this one. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, Brock, an easier go now. 2nd down and just 2. They'll run here following the penalty. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Tackle made.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Brings it in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Gets it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Catch made. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Johnson with a return here. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Now the cut by Adam Thielen. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
He dodged the tackle. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
So 1st down from the 41. Rodgers from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Warren running between the tackles. Rob Flat, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. They'll cobble together a yard there. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
It's a nickel look for the Steelers here on 3rd. Jackson to throw it. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back at the beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finds the in route, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Warren here from the gun. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
To the air on first down, Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Now here's Rodgers. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. Give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. And it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here. Throwing from the gun. That's his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
4 yards.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. And he's delivering.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. One of the tight ends motioning left. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Jackson now on third. He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Brought down before the return gets far. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First and 10 from the 43. A give here to Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Now they're looking to throw with Rogers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Rogers will look to throw. Caught by Freiermuth. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw is Rogers. Throw left side, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Rogers gonna throw on 1st. Pops this underneath to Warren. And that tackle tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll throw again. Rogers. And he's got it. It's in close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Rogers. From the pop, Ravens get him. Down he goes. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kane, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Looking out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Makes the catch. And that's a gain of 5. Enough to put him in a spot where they might actually consider going for this now. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Here's the backup. First throw. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers push this to an 8-point game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers push the lead to 2 scores now.
16, Ravens 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. Jukes away from 1. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Throwing again is Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Lamar now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover in this ballgame.
That's just excellent dime coverage. Excellent dime defense right there. Quarterback, he's going to see a defender in coverage no matter where he looks. The end goal is making him force the throw when he shouldn't, and then capitalizing on the mistake with the turnover.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
All set to go now from the 35. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Well, after recording the sack, it looks like he is the one who's shaken up. We're going to get a stoppage here as he gets looked at. Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Austin's there to haul it in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Steelers have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here's second and 10 from the 21. Rodgers to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 16-point lead.
Steelers 23, Ravens 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
On 1st down, Jackson hits his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. A gain of 14.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman on the slant. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
The draw now. This is Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Here's Luke for the point after. And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a 2-possession game in the 2nd half.
Ravens 14.
we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Johnson now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance.
The career is more at stake when you're proud. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Connecting with Metcalf again. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
16 yards.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Left side, caught by Metcalf. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Rodgers will look to throw. Oh, he lost the football. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Catch made by Austin. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is Warren, headed right. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. 2nd down now, they need 7. Now Rodgers. Brought in. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 16-point lead.
Ravens 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Baltimore running its offense out now. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Jackson throwing here. Short pass brought in. And boy, they made a challenge for that 1st down. They got very close. Picked up 14. Now it's 3rd and short. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So 1st down from the 41. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it inside the 25. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away and brings up 3rd down. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
Jackson now on third. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke. Gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Luke knocks it through, and that drops the deficit down to 13.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock down. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here's the final play of our first half. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a two-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. That is one disheartening look on that defense.
They send a tight end in motion. Jackson keeping it himself. Escapes the defender. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now here's Lamar. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Jackson trying to sneak it, and he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens get it back to within 6.
Ravens 24.
Kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. First play is a design run. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And he let his too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. We see the Ravens making their way out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. It's an option right that begins this drive. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down from the 42. Lamar now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Ravens.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Lamar's going to keep this one. Jerks away from one. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the pistol, Henry. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's coming here, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On 4th down, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. He catched his first attempt, his second now from 45.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might as well Power Ranger. Mom also dangerous.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Grinding inside, give to Ward. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. This one's to Andrews outright. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Henry on 2nd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs from 37. 1st down, here's Lamar. The left side is napped by Bateman. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Jackson keeping it himself. Escapes a defender. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
So Reed will hand off to Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. doing once more with Henry. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
5 DBs out there for the Steelers, third down. Third and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Trucks a defender. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach, but yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
That penalty is declined.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
Ravens 34, Steelers 30.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Tight end going in motion here. Rodgers going to throw here, third down. And a defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's fourth down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch made here at the 30. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. New set of downs for him from the 31. The drive begins with Henry. Flashes through a tackle. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Flying down the middle of Henry. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Baltimore first down. An 8-yard.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. We get to Henry on the inside handoff. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a nickel look for the Steelers here on 3rd. To the air on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We dodged the tackle. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, sometimes there's nothing you can do but throw your hands up and stare at the ground, partner. He knew he was beat deep, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, and this is one of those just killers, right? These spot fouls, it's fuel for offense, often leads to points with a big explosive play like this, and it could be a morale killer for his defense.
They gain 11 on that play, and the Steelers have a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. On second down, Warren. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Rodgers will look to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Warren running between the tackles. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Okay, that is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it, not after getting knocked backward on second down.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Drop off caught by his back. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points.
That penalty is declined.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Finds his fullback. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Not the biggest gain, but exactly what they needed. Just get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. One of the tight ends motions right. From the gun, a run for Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. There he goes on the right side. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They get 35 out of that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. It's a gain of 35. And the Ravens first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Here's Tyler Luke in a high-pressure spot. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Counterplay here, Warren. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Ravens going with a dime package now, 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Austin makes the grab downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary. And he just made him pay.
Diamonds on me fight, nigga wrist, Icatina, orange Richard Mille on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Gliss, I wouldn't wanna be a
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
44. Ravens 37.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now with Jackson. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Baltimore, 1st down. It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the 40-yard line now, and this is first and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run. Pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. And Frank Bateman on the slant. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
On first and 10, it's Henry. Nice little run there, gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Lamar now from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure for earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. It's a 38-yard look here. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
Good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half.
No time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Big them size. And you better
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And it doesn't fall into the breadbasket. Incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Rodgers set to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Slot receivers headed left. 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Connecting with Metcalf again. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Warren quick on the draw. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
line for another 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining in this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. They did it! He made the interception! Roquan Smith with the pick. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yo,
they made a great play.
just chilling,
Don't
watching
get me
the game.
wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits him on the in route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Complete to number 10, the unranked. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Ravens losing by 4. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. Space past the 35. And he will get this inside the 30.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Oh my gosh, chat.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close
Previous
game
play
like
is
this.
under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Steelers 44.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They look to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 34-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Gainwell trying the right side. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game. That last interception gave them a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
And drawn up here for Lamar. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.